straight ahead on this show. Do Americans really want a third war in the Middle East? Find out what Americans from all across the country really think in our Radio Rumble as the hosts tell us what their people are saying. And they deployed the big Gaddafi supporters, Allison, launching new attacks on 2 rebel-held towns over in Libya. This after the United States and coalition forces bombarded that country with airstrikes for the last 48 hours. So did President Obama make a mistake by getting the U.S. involved at all, or was he in fact too late? For what Americans are saying, we turn to our Radio Rumble. From Los Angeles, Tom Leykis. From Tampa, Chris Markowski. And from Washington, you want me to look that way? Why do I look that way? Mark Levine. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. And let me first find out what they're saying. Tom, let's begin in Los Angeles. Your thoughts as word came out on Friday.
Why is anybody going into Libya? I don't understand why we get involved in what is a civil war. The country is broke. We don't have the money for this. We're fighting wars in 3 different countries that we know of. This is craziness. Crazy. What do we stand for?
What do we stand for then, Chris, if we're going to say you should step aside, but we don't put any action behind our words?
Well, I mean, what's next? Where are we going to go next? My listeners are not thrilled with this at all. I feel like I'm watching a Fellini movie, for crying out loud. Who knows who's in charge, what's going to happen next, who's going to invade where?
Now, Mark, the problem is they did a survey. 70% of Americans are in support of President Obama's actions.
Are not in support? Are in support.
In support.
Are in support. My
Libya,
listeners. My listeners are in support. Look, it's a great time for the United States to be on the right side of history. We have supported a bunch of awful dictators in the past. This is a chance where people are trying to overthrow their own leader. They would have been massacred if we didn't get involved. I pressed Obama before he got involved to get involved. I'm very, very proud of the United States today.
All right, and that's what your listeners are saying. But, you know, Tom, the problem is now there are liberals, the liberals in Congress who said, you didn't even ask us. You went to the United Nations first. Why weren't we consulted?
Well, I think Congress should be consulted. This is an emergency, but I think that Congress should be consulted on the War Powers Act. I think the president will go to Congress, and I think Congress will give its approval in the next 90 days.
Chris?
I think we should. I think Obama should have gone to Congress in the first place.
Absolutely, but George W. Bush went ahead of time. We're already involved in 2 Muslim countries. We don't even know who we're fighting against at this point in time. Who are these rebels? You got Gaddafi fighting back today. He's got a ton of gold in that country. He's got diamonds in that country. I've been watching your coverage day in, day out, and I still can't figure out what's going on.
Well, good choice, Tom.
It just doesn't make any sense for us to be going in and getting involved. There are many other dictators, many other people restricting human rights in many countries around the world, and we don't get involved there, either because we couldn't win or because there's no natural resources to be protecting. Why are we going to Libya and not Saudi Arabia?
Well, Saudi Arabia.
Because it's the right thing to do. Here, the people are overthrowing their own leader. This is very different from Iraq, where we went in. George Bush planned that war 10 days after he got into office.
Why did we go into Egypt?
The people weren't overthrowing them.
Why did we go to
Egypt? Rose up against their dictator, and the dictator said they were going to be massacred. He's going to search in their closets and show no pity.
This is ridiculous.
Why? Because we're a humanitarian country that cares about other people.
All right, well, this is a nation of 6 million people. 6 million people. We had the Iranians raising up. He didn't even get a peep out of Barack Obama in regards to that. Now he's involved with Libya.
We should support their cause.
But hold on a second. Tom Leykis, this question to you. Do you think if the president acted sooner, there might not have been the massacres that took place from the government officials in Yemen? There might not have been some of the attacks that went on in Bahrain for those protesters who are rising up? If we sent a strong message earlier, and aren't we sending a better message now?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't think we should be getting involved in the civil wars of other countries, period. We're broke. I'm a libertarian. I don't believe we should be getting involved. This is where our nose does not belong.
All right. Listen, Tom, Chris, and Mark, you put strong cases together. Now it's up to the people to decide who is right. Friends at foxnews.com, and also Twitter us, twitter.com/FoxandFriends. We'll weigh in and tell you how it's happened. Now it's time for you to act. Good job, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And good shows.
Bye-bye.
Meanwhile.